first things first. I mean, are you sure you guys want to end? I mean, are you sure like this is not going to be easy for fans? Are you sure you want to do this?
Yes. Just better too soon than too late. It might not be easy for fans or for us, but we also didn't want to keep doing it until the point where people were like, maybe it should have ended a while ago.
Yeah.
So leave them wanting more.
I mean, for the back row, like at what point did you guys arrive at that? That had to be both neither an easy or a hard decision. Like at what point did you arrive at the fact that this was going to be it?
Before we started writing the season, no, it was a really hard decision because if we weren't worried about quality, we would just want to do this show forever because it's so much fun. But we also didn't want to see those headlines that would be like, "Vampire show was a little long in the tooth." Lost its bite. I think we had a whole list of the headlines.
I actually wish it would die. So don't use.
Yeah, feeding the animal. Yeah, I mean we're days away now from the premiere, right, of season. It's the 6th and final season. What has you guys excited about the last hurrah to unveil on the world?
I just think it's one of our funniest seasons, and we gain nothing by saying that. I really do. I'm so happy that we're going out on such a high note, and you don't often get that on shows that you're on.
I mean, as actors, was it energizing in a way? Is it like, 6 seasons? You're pouring your blood, sweat, and tears into this show. When you find out that it is going to be the final season, is it almost like the last leg of a marathon where it's almost like it's sad and it's probably bittersweet, but it's also sort of re-energizing? You're like, okay, we're gonna make this thing count.
This is one of the best questions I've ever heard because I'm actually curious about this too.
Thanks, Paul.
Guys?
Well, I would say that, coming out of like a strike year, so you had a kind of a year out from it, it's always a bit daunting going back. I know, what's it going to be like going back to Canada and, away from your family and you're like getting back into it. Mm-hmm. And it's also the last season, so there's like a big goodbye at the end of it. Mm-hmm. But then once, you get into the show, it just has its own beautiful momentum and you're just like, you're back with the family and you're just having a blast every day at work. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And then you're like, oh my God, like it's going to be done in 2 weeks, it's going to be done in a week, it's going to be done in 3 days. Oh, no one likes goodbyes.
Yeah.
So,
how about you, Matt and Harvey?
I think it came, we were told ahead of time, and then leading up to it was we had to go back to work, so we were like focusing on the work and the comedy and doing this, and before you knew it, it was the last week on set. So you're like, but you kind of really, really enjoyed every moment of it leading up to the finale because we knew it was coming to an end. It's better. I think it's better to know ahead of time so you can really kind of savor, enjoy, and make those memories because some shows don't get that. They go away for the hiatus and then they find out they're not coming back, and so you didn't get to say your goodbyes. You didn't get to say, what you wanted to say. So it was nice to walk down the hall and really enjoy those last moments and making one of our best seasons. So I can't wait for people to see it.
Mm-hmm.
How about you, Matt?
I mean, it's all been said. I think it was the right time to go. I was like ready to go. I started this in my early 40s, mid 40s, and I finished when I was actually 50. Was the last day that we filmed. Mm-hmm. So that's a long time on one job. Mm-hmm. So I think it all felt right.
It was done. Yeah.
To me.
Considering this is the farewell tour, I would love to hear from each and every one of you, and just sort of like one moment that you've had throughout this experience that you'll always really hang on to. Like what was like a really special moment for you on the set of the series over the years?
Wow. No, I can answer it. I can answer it because someone said this the other day. If they just say like shadows, what's the first thing you think of? And for me, it's a goat inside the house that won't do what it's told. That's what I think about.
Yeah.
That's the image that I have.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Mine is there's so many. I'll tell you what, Oh, that one, that was a good one. I had this whole bit planned where I would comically step inside a potato sack in a kind of very Nandor-esque way. And, you know, I was really pleased with my work. And by the fourth take, you know, I was taking my time, but, you know, for comic effect. By the fourth or fifth take, Matt decided to shout cut halfway through my bit. And then the cameras did cut, because, you know, when Matt says cut on set, they cut. If I said cut, they'd be like, don't do that again, otherwise you're fired. So, yeah, thanks for ruining my bit.
Collaborative set. Everyone
Very.
cut. Everyone.
Very democratic. Mark?
Oh, gosh. I mean, you know, it was the craziest show. And so there's so many moments that stick in your mind. Anytime, you know, we had...
It's just like, and she'd give it like the 20th anniversary DVD re-release. Like, it was so crazy.
On Me TV. Yeah, no, I mean, anytime we had background actors come in who weren't familiar with the show, and you would just see on their faces, what the hell is this show, and why are these idiots getting to do this show? That always made me laugh. You know, and we would film very late at night, and so a lot of them would start, you know, falling asleep on set, and that's also endlessly funny to me.
Harvey?
There's a lot. I think for me, it was when we were shooting on location. I think Sarah wrote this episode with the Vampire Family, the 70s. Was one of my favorite moments because there was this like a mini movie. That episode felt like a mini movie, and the way it was written, it was just like it was so quick to me. It felt like a movie in my head. So filming that episode is so vivid because it was the first time I had to jump out of a window and stunts, and then also because of this comedy gold. It's just like me calling, you know, the housemates to tell them that these mosquito hunters might be coming to kill them, but leaving it on the answer machine and whispering like, "You're gonna get out, you're gonna die," and then they're like, "Ah!" and they thought it was Bloody Mary. That for me was like, I can't believe I get to come to work and do this, and so for me that will always be like a really like sweet memory. Yeah.
How about you, Sam?
Yeah, tons of memories, great episodes. Really had a blast. I think season two. What? I'm rolling into my answer. That's how you do it. If you actors took a note. There's a moment in this episode, the first episode that I wrote between Nandor and Guillermo, where they're standing in the snow, and it's the sweet moment where Guillermo's run away, and then Nandor convinces him to come back, and this moment where Nandor gives him a pillow that his old familiar had and used to beat off into, and then they hug and they fly up into the air, and I really felt in that moment this was a really good show.
We're doing something right. Yeah. Sarah?
Well, I was going to say that. No, I mean, I think, on set, I think something that we always love writing is anytime the entire cast is in one room and one place. And so those are always the most fun things to think of. It's like, what is yet another reason they could all be sitting in the fancy room talking about nothing with books on their laps? And then I feel like those were always the most fun scenes to watch on set, because everyone in this cast is such an incredible performer, and then getting to watch them play off each other is so fun. And then, you know, for the writers, sometimes we can just make anything into a game when we don't want to think about what you guys are going to do. Yes. So, games in the ring.
Yeah, what Sarah said, in the particular episode, I think, is when they were trying to get Baby Colin into a private school, and that was an episode that all took place. Often on shows, they have a episode that takes place in one room just to save money or whatever, but this one was just the entire cast in one room, sort of hypnotizing the headmaster over and over, and it just was my favorite thing. Like Sarah, my favorite scenes. Yeah, he was really good, and he had a beautiful voice. And then my second favorite memory is after editing the show, which still hasn't been finished editing, and seeing it literally over 50 times, and doing the sound mix and all that. Then when it airs on FX, I watch it with my wife and my kids, and it's fun then after even having watched it over and over and over and over, seeing the parts they laugh at and what amuses them, and inevitably my wife hearing a joke and going, "That is so you," and I'll go, "I did not write that one. That was someone else."
Well, you guys, we are going to be sad to see you go, but thanks for 6 seasons of, well, 5. We've only seen 5, but hopefully 6 seasons. 6 great seasons. Yes. This was a joy. Glad to talk to you guys, and hey, maybe you can turn it into a movie someday.
Thank you.
That was my inane attempt to channel the humor on the series. Guys, again, thank you so much, and congrats on all the success.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.